Mr. Boogeyman. Gotta get rid of those voices. Hurry, get rid of the voices. Hi, this is Lisa Guthrie. I'm at 505 Northeast 70th Street, Seattle, Washington, 98115. And eventually I'll turn around the phone, but I just want you to know who's here right now in the building.
Here's a matching.
Oops. You've got some boogie men and women, and I'm going to be across the room in a minute, but let me go through a quick run through of who's hiding. So you got Michael Benjamin Davis Wood and his mother Carol Davis Wood. They're two indigents. Oops, this is not charging. I'm going to make sure this is charging. I'm having trouble with chargers tonight. This is the most finicky of the phones, so let's try to get this where it's charging and it's actually upright. Darn it. So Michael Benjamin Davis Wood, Carol Wood, David Hill, and they've got somebody that kind of, it's not that he was untraceable, but I hadn't named him before, Matt Diaz. He's here, and Dave Hill is Michael Benjamin Davis Wood's cousin, Alec. Now I've got the cord wrapped around, that's the only way I can get it, but I had to quickly plug in my ZTE, because that's the most finicky. I'm going to try out another phone over here, where there's a hot spot. I woke up, and I actually woke up kind of 2 hours later without the phones on. So again, the boogeyman hiding now. You've got Matt Diaz, that's Dave Hill's friend. You've got Alexandra Hill, that's the niece of Dave Hill. And you've got a black boogeyman from Wallingford Food Bag that gets his food bag. I had to call the police on him about a month ago. He confidently thought he could drag me right off. How about that? Actually, that ZTE, let me see how finicky it is. If it's too finicky, I might just leave it there. And actually, it's not the cord's not interfering with the camera. It's pathetic, though. I have it wrapped around. I think I'll turn on something else for my immediate needs. And they're going to be named. Oh, and another boogeyman is the ugly boogeyman that lives here. And he was actually playing with a gun and releasing shotgun shells. And he told me, well, he was threatening fellatio rape. And he's actually hiding now. Where are they hiding? Well, there's this green area. It has a door for in the building, and then they hide in the closet. So if I can get Periscope up over there with the older phone, I might put Periscope on. And so Dave's friend Matt is here too. Mr. Boogeyman. Mr. Boogeyman. They're all boogeymen. And they were talking about also killing me and taking my possessions. And apparently they've also shot a lot of people through walls. Remember, they connect to my sister, Dawn Blackmer, and remember her husband, Larry Blackmer. Let's see. Cancel. So, now, as for having a phone over here, I have to watch which one is steady, which gives me steady phone without coming uncharged quickly. So obviously the ZTE, is over there practically with its little sweater and blanket and feet up. And, it's pathetically got the cord wrapped around it. But my old LG is over in a different area. Got to plug something in. And so these bums, whether you believe it or not, they're boogie men, of course, and boogie women, but they're making threats about the phone as well, which is a big one in Washington, to remove people's phones. These are boogie men, and they like to pretend they're police. Now, who else is here? Actually, Officer Rob Howard. And possibly another from the North Precinct, blonde. And I want you to know all these bums are high on crack. So I think I'll have two kind of phones on, two weird phones on YouTube. So I've got to pull the camera out further. I don't need any shots of the wall. And there'll be two different shots on YouTube. And definitely, people committed a genocide. I'll talk more once this buffering kind of stops over here. I'm gonna have dinner. I didn't really have dinner. Oh, and one of the whores is playing Commit You. It's a stinky whore named Alexandra. I'm gonna have to commit you, whore. Now, even if I just have Alfred on, that's better than nothing, actually. Once on the net, always on the net. Roger, the boogeyman, has now climbed up. I'm going to make an update on Google in case anything happens. The retarded hookers are playing Commit You. And Roger has climbed up as well. Teresa Haples is here. A couple more retards were hiding, including the ugly black male that thought he'd, quote, shoot off my head a couple nights ago in order to rape me. He's the one who has the ugly mother with the bent gait. There's another retard hiding that's a boogeyman in the closet that lives here. One of the boogeymen is probably the ugly blonde creep that dyes his hair from gray. There was a noise underneath me, such as a trap door noise, though it's a bathroom. There was a noise underneath me, though it's a bathroom underneath me. One of the retards may have come up to the closet and you could hear it. Don Blackmer is possibly still here. Larry Blackmer may have made the crawl space noise. Larry Blackmer's here. Steve and Melissa Udd are both here. One of the retarded psychopaths on crack and other drugs is chanting, "Holiness if we convict you." Remember, they're not convicting. It's called home invasion. Didn't do it. One of the retarded males is chanting, "Holiness if we convict you." Remember, it's not a conviction. It's a bunch of different drug addict, cannibal zombies breaking in and playing convict, including dirty cops. Another one is chanting, "Green eyes, restrain them." Another one is chanting, "Green eyes, restrain them." In case you're wondering, I can hear them from a lower level of the building. It's this place is on I-5, the freeway, practically, but you can hear with the windows open. You can hear these morons in this green area of the building. There's a bum talking about bringing multiple containers in. Tops. One of the bums is bragging or plotting about bringing multiple containers in. Sometimes people will transport bodies out in containers after they've cut them up. The sick retards have been chanting a lot lately about container this, container that. They've also been threatening to shoot me up with crocodile and to hold me, and they were saying something about, or they were gleefully bragging about how they would hold somebody for a day on crocodile. Michael Benjamin Davis and the others Michael Benjamin Davis Wood and Don and Larry Blackmore and my hillbilly cousins and my niece and her family evidently have used crocodile on people. The reason why they would shoot people up with crocodile is because people even lose their limbs or their digits with crocodile. It's devastating. Crocodile produces devastating results, and that's why these zombie bums have used it on people. It also would cover up their crimes. Michael Benjamin Davis Wood and the others have been chanting, your brain this, your brain that. Michael Benjamin Davis Wood and the other zombie morons have been chanting about your brain's this, your brain's that. Oops. Benjamin Davis Wood and the others have been chanting about your brain this, your brain that, and that includes eating it. I would like to tell you a little bit about Matt Diaz. He has spread his crimes out to other countries. He likes to travel, and one of the countries he likes to particularly travel to would be Japan and also Thailand. Matt's prior wife, Annie, is from Japan. Now, strangely enough, I've heard of yet more, quote, inheritances that I can explain now. It's from the genocide that they committed. And that was to Annie's alleged family in Japan. Matt Diaz has been killing people himself for at least 20 years, and he was married to Annie at the time. So this is Lisa Guthrie. 505 Northeast 70th Street, Seattle, Washington, 9115. Unit 208, crime-ridden building. And there are bums that committed a genocide in Washington State. They targeted whites, Semites, and warm-complected Europeans. And this is a closet. And it is a closet with a crawl space, evidently. And this is a bedroom. Don't worry about the refrigerator. I can't even find enough electricity to run cell phones. Everybody in Washington is a cannibal zombie gang member. There's nobody left. And this area obviously if someone hangs out in a crawl space, it's illegal. And so the games tonight that the zombies have been playing include committing you, taking your cell phone, ejecting you, raping you. I even heard them talking about splitting up my possessions. And even if you thought I was crazy, actually people thought they were actually chatting to me, and you know, they text, and it was actually bums. It's a crawl space, and they access the bums, the zombie bums, come up through a green area of the building. There are quite a few people here, including an Officer Howard of the North Precinct. He's high on crack with the others. And then there's an ugly, tall, blonde cop with a speech impediment. He's here. And then you have Michael Benjamin Davis Wood, Matt Diaz, that's Michael's friend and David Hill's friend. David Hill is Michael Benjamin Davis Wood's cousin. You've also got Alexandra Hill. That is, excuse me, it's early in the morning. David Hill's niece. You've got Melissa Udd here. You've got her daughter, Emily Udd. These are all people that are traceable. You've got Don and Larry Blackburn. You've got a whole castle of indigents from Elizabeth Gregory Home, including 2 people that work for Elizabeth Gregory Home. Karen, I always get her name wrong, Hundriasaur, and Christine Carr. They're high on drugs, including crack and meth. And interesting to note, Christine Carr has claimed that she saves people from slavery. That's so that she can have you as a slave or sell you as one with her friends, and or eat you or use you in the illegal organs trade, which is also very popular. So you've got 2 Seattle Police Department here at least. You've also got some other mentally ill people that have been getting away with things, such as Teresa Haples. Teresa Haples looks like a meth head. Christine Carr is starting to look like a meth head. What does Karen look like? Well, I'll show you. I'll show you some of these people. So I'm not going to move this phone because I'm having trouble anyway, and it looks like it's going down in charge anyhow. But I'm going to show you Christine Carr and the others. So that's Elizabeth Gregory Home. Now, people in Washington targeted white Semites and warm-skinned Europeans. They also targeted white Semites and warm-skinned Europeans, also based on talent, looks, and ability, and brains, and they killed them off. They also killed them for having green, blue, or gray eyes. That's Ruth. She's here sometimes on crack. Here's Christine. She's the boogeyman in the closet and the boogeyman in the building. Here's Karen. She looks like Blanche Devereaux of, you remember that's copyrighted and they don't want us saying some things. You know who, old lady, but a bunch of feisty old ladies, basically. Sitcom. Pretty good show. She's here sometimes. She was here this weekend. She might be here now. Michelle Martin might be here as well. I'm going to show you, and these people are getting away with crimes. You can probably find Michael Benjamin Davis Wood still on Facebook under Aardvark. Something like Aardvark. He's an indigent now. You've also got morons from the building creeping around. You've got a dirty Dr. Jaffe with no jurisdiction, just like Teresa Habels. They're boogeymen in a closet, and Dr. Jaffe is high on crack and meth, and he'll pretend that his retarded, dangerous son is a doctor, and he's not allowed to do operations, but they have been threatening and doing the illegal operation of the lobotomy on people who won't agree with gang members. So let's look at this one. Teresa Habels. Oh, we'll look up Emily Hunt. She's pretty homely and creepy looking. So again, I'm just showing you these people are not untraceable in gangs. It's like, you know, it could be the boogeyman in your, you know, hiding or making shooting threats. They're not untraceable. She's 3 generations of cannibalism. And they hid. She looks creepy. I think I'll have to use the other phone eventually because this one is falling to 78%. Not good. It's not happy. So I apologize. I'm going to take down, actually what I'm going to do is probably take down a YouTube broadcast on this one. And I'm not trying to flood YouTube, but my phone is down.